Today, Chad and I are gonna be checking out an absolutely gorgeous Mustang, a 1966 K code Mustang coupe with a 4-speed, beautiful red paint, an original K code high horsepower 289 car.
Awesome car, Dalton, and to be an original red on red car. So we're gonna go ahead and start on a couple different things here. What makes this car so special is the K code, obviously the 289, 271 horsepower engine. We're gonna come in here in the factory T code, which is the red, and the trim here is also red, all right, designates it. You go to our website, we also have a up-close picture of that as well. But if we talk about this car here, original red on red, 4-speed K code, they don't get much better than that unless this thing was a fastback.
Exactly. And even I think in the trunk, when we went around it the first time, it looked like there was some original red paint.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get to that too. So why this thing's running, so with these 289s, they got the solid lifters in them. Makes them a little noisier, but this engine compartment just looks fantastic. I mean, it just looks so period correct.
Yeah, it does. And even like the chrome, you know, K code 289, 271 horsepower valve covers.
Yeah, so many clones. There's so many clones out there, guys. And this is a real deal. So you go here to the inner fenders. This is where you always want to look on these Mustangs to make sure there's no rust boils or no prior patches. And this one has never had anything done to it, especially when you get into a high pedigree car like a K code. You want to make sure that no one's cut this inner fender off here and took one off a wrecked car or something, and definitely it's not. Everything matches up, factory K code. No one's ever touched this thing.
And even if you look at the inner fenders too, it looks like it could be original panel car, you know, with the original stamping.
Guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. You're going to see 25 pictures of the undercarriage showing that it's got the original floors, frame rails, and trunk floor.
Bottom side of the hood paint's gorgeous as well.
Yeah, very nicely done. But I want to go ahead and mention that this paint job was done a long time ago. So it was original red car done, repainted one time. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit, then we'll shut her down.
That sounds like 271 horse.
When this car came in, we took it for a drive, and it just drove awesome. We didn't have to do a whole lot to this car. We went ahead and gave it just a little bit of buff and a polish like we do all of them, but all in all, just a fantastic car.
If you look at our hood gaps here too, great gaps all the way around this car. And like you said, that has a lot to do with being, you know, an original panel, you know, solid rust-free car.
Yeah, definitely. The way the back of the hood here meets the cowl. So many times they stick up a little bit. This one's down just a titch, but I'll tell you what, it fits awesome all the way across here. The bright work is really nice too. Now this is kind of neat. A lot of these K codes were GT cars with disc brakes in front. This is a K code with drum brakes, non-GT car, which makes it really even more rare.
Yeah.
So, but it did have the GT headlights added, but nothing else is a clone on this car.
Our chrome finish on the bumpers. Very nice. Headlight lenses is clear.
It's a really good combination of originality on this car and just one repaint. That's it.
Exactly.
When it was done back 30 years ago, as far as the paint, it probably was show quality, but it's got some chips and stuff in it now. But that 2 foot away, man, around the pictures, and as we go around, this car just has a ton of bling to it. As we go along here, we're gonna have a few little chips, stuff like this that have been touched up, and all the chips pretty much have been touched up, but there's just a few of them here. Back side of the door, or back side of the hood here has got a couple.
And we're doing this video pretty early in the morning, so we're in a little bit of shade here, but we wanted to get this video
across
for you.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. So our gaps are awesome. Our body lines are really nice here, and again, a couple little tiny touch-ups done right along there. Tiny little imperfection right here, very, very small. Same thing right down here, just a little spot right along here. Again, the paint job is older, but it's a fantastic looking car. As we go ahead and get in here to the jambs, so the underneath the doors and stuff are original paint. They did go ahead and come in this area with the repaint, Dalton, but under here they never stripped that down. That's original. The jam paint was redone here and done excellent. Original felt still on this car. pretty much all original interior, Dalton. We got original carpet, we have original seat covers, which are in great shape. But you can kind of tell the originality just by, if you look at the little stitching right here, guys, it's not coming loose.
But you can tell it's yellowing a little bit,
yes.
The stitching itself.
Okay. You can, back seats in excellent shape, headliner, back shelves original, door panel paint. You can look on the top here, then see this is just a little scratched up, sun faded here. Same thing with the on the front driver's door as well.
Yeah, definitely original paint. That's what makes this thing so cool too. You know, it's a K code, which, you know, you bought the high horsepower so you can get on it and beat on it a little bit. But it was very well taken care of.
It's got just over 100,000 miles. It's got looks like about 0077 something on there. So just at 100,000 miles. Very well taken care of, and wait till you drive it.
Look how that door shuts too. You just close great.
It's got the style steel wheels, red lined radial tires, guys, and the tires are in awesome shape. Back bumper and tail lights, all that kind of stuff's in great shape. It's original as well, very nice.
I noticed it looks.
Yeah, there's a tiny little ding right here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even feel it, but just in the sun you can see it there. Another thing I want to point out is just the way this trunk lid fits against these back panels. So many times when people paint these cars and take them all apart, it's great to do that, but when they put them back together, they don't get them back together quite
pop
right.
The trunk.
Yeah, do that. Back glass is original as well. As we look here, you can see on the repaint, it was clear coated, but as far as here, you can see the clears peeling just a little bit here behind the back window. Matching spare, except for it's a bias ply red line. But as far as the style steel rim we have here, they did repaint the bottom trunk lid, but they did not repaint the inside of the trunk floors. So all of that stuff is all the original red paint along here as well. Original quarter panel, it looks like. I don't think they replaced it.
You can see the factory stamping on top of the quarter panel as well.
The biggest thing with this car, and you're going to see it in all of our photographs on our website, and hopefully it'll come through in this video, it is laser straight, super shiny, and just an awesome driving car.
Like you said, if you look at it from 3 foot, it looks like it was painted yesterday. But when you get up close and start looking around, you can see its age a little bit.
Around the quarter panel is in great shape. Over the wheel well, we do have just a little bit of a chip right here. A couple little solvent pop things right in here just from the age of the paint. The dog leg here in front of the quarter, between the quarter and the door, is excellent. Corner of the door is in great shape. The only thing I'm seeing right here is we have, I'll use my pinky for an example. It's got, and this isn't a bubble here, guys. This right here is just a tiny little paint run right on this one. This one might be, I don't know, could be just a small little paint imperfection bubble there. Lower part of the fender is in excellent shape. Again, top of the door meets the top of the cowl here and the top of the hood. I just really like this car a lot.
When it comes to paint jobs, brand new paint jobs look awesome, but I like to see a paint job like this was done 10, 15 years ago, because it shows how well it was done. If something can still look like this after years, it was a quality job.
Yeah. And they started with a good solid body as well. So.
And you could make a rusty car look great for 3 months until stuff starts cracking.
Yeah, exactly. So our driver's side seat here, again, the stitching's yellowed a little bit. You also have just a little bit of imperfection here on the cord, and just a little bit of sun fading right here. So original seats, still very comfortable. The chrome along the sides have a little scratches and stuff, but again, in great shape. And the windows go up just fantastic, guys. Original rubber right here. Roof rail rubber is original as well. How many times you see that in a 1966? And really, it's in great shape. So, with this car, like I mentioned before, not a GT. Factory clock, factory tack works.
Okay, clock works.
Yeah. Horn works great. Go ahead and pass this over to Dalt.
Restrictions put in place.
Look at original radio.
I just turned the key on. That's how fast that radio comes on.
Your sense what was once the
Yep.
What a quality car, Dalton.
It is a quality car. And a real real K code is super cool. Have we even really had a real K code? I mean, I know they're hard to find.
This is the first K code. Coyote Classics has been in business for 16 years. This is the first K code in any Mustang, coupe, convertible that we've ever had here at our dealership.
Very hard to find cars, and a lot of that is, you know, they didn't make too many, and then when you got a K code, you got it to kind of romp on a little bit. And
you didn't, this car has had the best of care, guys. Like I said, original radio works, clock works, tack works. We're idling at about 800 RPM. Emergency flashers work. We have wipers, just a 1-speed wipers. They work perfectly. Temp gauge works, amp gauge works, oil pressure's way over on the high side. Gas gauge works, and we are very, very close to empty. So. Heater fan works.
I can hear that.
It's working on all 3 speeds.
Fires right back up.
Also, guys, look at the carpet. You can tell this carpet's original as well. You got a little fading with it, but you can just see right here in the center how it just gets just a little fuzzy here. Which I love seeing the originality.
Yeah.
Seat belts in the front and in the rear, they're not even stained or anything. We didn't mention the headliner. The headliner is a white headliner, and it's in awesome shape. This car's never had a mouse in it. You know, it doesn't have that smell. It's never doesn't have no holes anywhere.
It's a quality car all the way around.
All 4 of the windows just roll up so nice and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and roll those all up quick. See how
They do go up great.
it's going down the road. It just feels so good to be behind a real vintage K code Mustang.
Yeah,
you know, to feel the difference in the power between the 225 horse A codes and the 271 horse K code. Big difference in horsepower there.
Yeah, there is. And the cool thing too is you're feeling really what a K code exactly was. It's not a car that's been hot rodded or chased out.
Oh, I love it! 75, 80, 40 or 90. Still sits you back in your seat.
Man, this thing does drive friggin' awesome.
And it's an awesome car, guys. It's warmed up, our temperature's coming up. Oil pressure's way on the high side.
Shifts right down. Man, this is a nice car.
Man, I'm impressed with it.
Me too.
And not only the power, not only the shifting and the look and the interior and the originality, but just the way this thing drives, man. It drives like a grandma car.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, no vibration to speak of. 75 mile an hour, 1 finger on the wheel. Let's go ahead and check those brakes out. That's one thing we haven't really done yet. We have drum brakes on this thing in the front, which is pretty unique. But as far as our brake pedal goes, there's 1 finger on here, there's no hands.
Man, it stops really nice.
It feels like it's got disc on it.
Yeah, it does.
I'm pretty sure it does.
And one thing too. That's awesome. It's just smooth and set up great. Tuned well. One thing too, because we didn't really look at the odometer on it, that could be original miles. You know, it's not. It's hard to say.
Miles, I don't think. But...
Oh, 700. Never mind. I thought it was 70-something.
If it was 70,000, guys, I would say 100% it's original.
Yeah. So I was looking over. I thought it said 70,000.
It's a 107 car.
Yeah, 107. Yep. No, I sound stupid. When I looked over, I thought it was 70,000. That's all right.
Hey, again, we're hitting our brakes here, and they're in great shape. I mean, this car's ready to just fly in and drive it home.
Yeah, it really is. Guys, go to the website, check it out, coyoteclassics.com. Like I said, there's not many K codes around, and probably not many this original.